Hello everyone. Let's start with our next webinar, which is about how you can automate better your reporting. My name is Ramon. I am from Excel MBI, where I help companies and business organizations and people to do more with their data. If you are looking to do more with your data, feel free to reach out. You can set a session with us. Just go to excelmbi.com and then you will be able to find more information. All right. So let's start with something that it really sometimes we doesn't give the right attention to automate processes, but sometimes we say like, no, it will just take me 5 minutes, and then that report will be ready in 5 minutes. But then I realized that helping other companies and business, that 5 minutes ended up to be 5 hours because you need to turn on the computer, you have the right time to do the reporting, sometimes the data is not available, sometimes you get a call from someone important or not that important, and then you get distracted to the report that you wanted to build. So automating report is something really important, and it's something that you should invest time, because also it will allow you to save time and also bring capacity to your brain. Because even though that it takes you 20 minutes, if you don't do it in the whole day, it's a bug that you have in your brain the whole day thinking, oh, I should be doing that, I should be doing that. But if you don't have the data, for example, still, even though that it takes you 20 minutes, it's something that it can become really painful. Okay. Um, This is for report builders, okay, which means that there are people who are familiar with Excel. Okay, this is not the intention to show you how to work with Excel. However, I will show you different tips that it will allow you to create different reports. Okay. Um, Normally, where your hours go in the manual, you go for copy and pasting, then you are applying the same filtering, then you clean up the data in a certain way, sorry, and then you reformat and you do this process over and over again. And you're saying that this just take you 5 minutes. But however, when you see in perspective how much time you've been spending the last few years, it could be hours, but also it's a space in your brain, which is also I respect quite a lot for my well-being. So if you're interested to do automation in your Excels, in your spreadsheet, this is something that could be really useful for you. The tools that we can use is Power Query, Excel tables, dynamic arrays, and some formulas that I will show you in a moment. 6 tools that we can automate real work. One is Power Query. If you're not familiar, probably you have seen this in Power BI, but this tool is also available in Excel. Okay, so I will show you how this works in a moment. Excel tables, if you're not familiar with, Excel tables is something that you have your spreadsheet with multiple columns and rows, but putting in a table means that you'll put in a certain format that will allow us to replicate multiple formulas in one go, okay? And dynamic filters, also something important if you are working with massive reports. And sort by, we'll check this in a moment. Delete unique and to the end of date. Okay, so I will show you this formula now. This will be a practical session, so I hope that you can save some time from your daily and weekly work with this presentation. Okay, so let's jump into the example. The first thing that I want you to do is that I have this Excel sheet that you are able to download from my website. Okay, so I will stop to sharing here. And I will share you my other screen. Just one moment, which is in Excel. Okay. This is really small, I bet. Okay. But let me put it bigger. Okay. I hope that you can see it now. Okay. Let's go here. So in here in this spreadsheet, I put 4 exercises. And the first one that I would like you to start with is Power Query. Okay. Power Query is a tool that has been introduced into Excel a few years ago. It's not something new. And this allows us to connect data from different sources into our Excel files. Okay, so some people can do this, for example, equal the sum of, and then you related to another Excel sheet. But the problem is that sometimes that gets messy and sometimes those formulas get corrupted. But using Power Query can be a really clean way to import your data because there are not formulas in place. Okay, so in here, if we go to data and then we go into here, you see that here is get data in Power Query. Currently, I'm using Excel from my Mac, but you will see that how many more options do you have if you are using Excel in Microsoft. Okay, and also if you're using Excel in the web, also you have more limit functions. In this case, I will import some data from a CSV file. Okay, and this is the CS file they have prepared, and I will import it. And I will click transform data, and that way you can see um, how Power Query looks like. Okay, Power Query looks like this. As I mentioned to you before, if you have worked before in Power BI, you will find this familiar. If you're not, it's okay. You can explore more on that. But here you can do many transformations and then you save this. For example, let's say, you know what? I don't want to include this column with the names. So I will remove. No, I will remove duplicates. I will just remove this column. Okay. So you see that even though there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns, and I save this and I load it, you see that I have 8 columns. 8 columns. Okay. Let me make this bigger. Here you can see that even though that you have this 8 columns, but now if I go to the CSV file, which is here. Okay, I just open the Excel CSV file and I will put it here. But you cannot see it probably because I don't share in that part of my screen. So just 1 second. I will share you now my whole screen. All right, so, oh no, I shouldn't display that. Okay, all right, so here you can see that this is the data source. This is how the table look like. This table could be endless, okay? But here you can see that this column, sales representative, is not included here. And for example, even though that I changed the name to Ramon, and I go here to data and refresh the data, which is pulling the data from there, it won't be any changes, okay? Because we're not taking that column in closer. But for example, let's think that this first row would change the status to closed, to open, sorry, open, okay? I will save this. I won't take care of that. And you will see that when I refresh here, then the information changed right away. So this means when I say that you don't need to do repetitive task over and over again. Okay, with Power Query, you can set the rules that you will be doing. And then when you just click refresh, for example, let's think that you are pulling the data from more resources. For now, for example, I have only data from June. And then I could start to pull more data from 4 more months. Let's say that we have, you see that this number is increasing. Okay, so let's keep increasing this. So now we have data until September. Let's keep going. We just put until October. Okay, unfortunately it's the same person, but just put some random names here. Ramon, little Carol, and Sophia. Okay, so in here I will put just random numbers, sorry. And then I can replicate this. So I save this and then refresh here. You see that here I have until the row number 31. If I click refresh, it will bring everything. So in this way, you will be able to create your table in a secure way that you can keep refreshing. And then you can reuse this data as your source table. Okay, so what it means with this, that you see that every time you download a new report, you go here, you copy and paste it, you copy and paste it, you copy and paste it, and then you say, you know what, I don't need that column with the names. You take right click and then you delete, and then you say this is actually a date. Sometimes it comes with this format, this old format like this, and you say, oh, this is not a date, so I need to change also the column name. Within this, you will ensure that your data will remain still and will remain formatted as you are looking for. Okay, so in here I did another way to, this is part of the exercise number 1 if you would like to play in your place. So in here you will have seen that we create this table, and now with Power Query we have refreshed the status and the source, and then you will be able to see the difference. So this is something that it will really help you to speed up your reporting process. If it's something that you haven't tried before, I will recommend you to try it out. You have the option to connect to CSV, but also to XML files. You can also connect to JSON files. You can also connect to other Excel sheets, or you can connect to SQL databases or SharePoint one list. So the options and opportunities are massive. And here is something that for you that you will be able to play around. As I just mentioned before, Excel in Mac doesn't have too many options as it is in Windows, but this is what I want to show you here today. Okay, so in the exercise number 2, in here, we have another set of formulas that you can use to make this much easier. For example, we have the SUMIF, we have the COUNTIF. Within this, you don't need to keep repeating the same formula over and over again. Okay, for example, if we have this is equal this one times this one. Just to give you an example, you see that this formula doesn't get populated to the bottom. However, when we put, let's work now with a Excel table. When we put all of this, and we go here insert, and we pull this into a table, okay, everything still looks like the same, but if I do this one times this one, you see how the formula gets replicated to all over again, because this is, it create a context when you create a table. So let's go back. Okay. Now this is not a table. You see that it's not a blue angle here at the bottom. But here, when you go here again, and then you click insert, and then you click table, and you see that, yes, my table has a header, and you click OK. So now this again gets detected as a table. Okay, so you can even put different formats. Okay, but this is already formatted, so it won't allow me to change it. But this is the way how you can also help you to create a more easy format. For example, if the revenue and the target, we can say achieve it is equal revenue. Sorry, the target divided by this, and this is percentage. Okay, so and we exceeded, so it's this one divided this one. This one divided this one. Okay, now it makes more sense. So we're exceeding by 13%. This is the current revenue, and this is the target, and this makes more sense. So I will leave it with 1 decimal. Okay, cool. Now it looks better. So in here you can see that instead of to say G7 in the formula, it says revenue. So all of this, when you are inside of a table, all the formats that you create have relationship within their column names. For example, see here, if I do x at G7 divided by F7. If you see when I do this, it create another, but when I do this, it create another, for example, if I do this, G7 divided F7. Just want to show you this. Yes, as you can see here, Even though that I create the formula doesn't auto-populate because I'm using this role, the row and the column names, okay? So if I use that matrix, it won't work really well. So instead of when everything is inside of an Excel table, it makes the thing so much easier for you to recalculate or reapply things, okay? And also makes really easy when you want to filter. For example, if I do this, it easily gets filtered. But I bet you when you have problem with multiple filters, when the data is not inside of a table, it can give you a lot of pains, okay? Another option that I would like to show you today is the dynamic arrays, okay? So there are times that you need to do, for example, a dynamic array is to put it a name instead of a location. For example, in here, I would like to know, I don't know, the revenue from Auckland. You see there, Auckland show multiple times. So if I put Auckland here, I can do sum, and there's a function called SUMIF, and then you can do say I would like to within this range, and when it's Auckland, do the summary of the revenue. Okay, so within this, you can see that you will be able to see will be able to summarize just the items that say Auckland. Okay, those summarization also can save you time because you don't need to go one by one and then click on them and see, okay, this is for only for the Auckland one is, I'm missing any? Yeah, this one. 318. I have seen people that do this. 31800. So instead of to have formulas, they put everything manually. And when you have those kind of formulas and you import the table as I just showed you before, that it will make the things that when you receive the new data, you just click refresh and then you will be able to see all your information. So easy like that, it can help you to using dynamic arrays. And the last one is creating KPI dashboard, similar to the presentation that we just did before, is to put only the things that we're looking for. For example, the data from June, from May, or from July. Okay, you can do this within dynamic list. For example, I would like to know. Let's think that I will copy this. Okay, I will put it here, and I will remove the duplicates. We'll go to data, remove duplicates. Okay, and you consider this one as a column, so I will remove that. So we have those three values. Okay, and I would like to do the sum of the depending on the month based on this criteria, which doesn't exist yet. And then I will do this, okay? And in here, I will go to text validation. No, this is home. And then I need to go to, sometimes I miss this one. 1 second. Insert, draw, page, formulas, data. I think is data validation. Data validation. And then we put a list. And then the list is this one. Okay. It's 3. And I click there and I click OK. So now if I select those three, any of those months, it will give me the result for only that month. Okay. This is how cool the things start to get when you use formulas in Excel. So when you put this, you see that this is dynamic. But if I just change, I would like to know the cell from May. I would like to know the cell from June. I would like to know the cell from July. Even though this looks really simple, and this is something that you can leverage a lot if you are creating repetitive um, your repetitive reports every month. So I hope that with these 4 techniques, you will be able to do a little bit better. I'm not expecting for you to do everything better right away, but I hope that you can, with this, you can start to build up your portfolio to create more automations in Excel. Okay, so if you would like to get access to all this information, just go to excelmba.com and then you go /learn, and then you will be able to find all this information that I present for you today. Okay, I hope that you enjoy it. But before to close, I would like to invite you. Let me share this one. Okay, so today we review these elements. Okay, so we didn't review the sort by, but probably it's not that relevant. But it can help you massively. So I will recommend you to keep trying and keep playing with Power Query and Excel tables. Those are the ones that will set you apart when you do tables automation. Okay. In Excel and BI, we do Power BIs, we do Google Locker, do data pipelines, courses, and workshops. So if you want to learn more about what we do, feel free to go to excelmba.com. I really appreciate your time, and I hope that you enjoy it. And for the ones who are stay online, now you can share, guys, if you have any questions or comments. And thank you very much for everyone for connecting for this webinar. Hi, Nihya. Do you have any question?
Thank you so much, Ramon. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
Yes, I do.
Uh,
Did I pronounce your name correctly as well?
Sneha. Yeah, yeah.
Sneha. Okay.
Thank you so much. I think yeah, I had another work call, so I had to join at 9:30.
Okay.
But yes, I think what got to get a clear picture of what you've been trying to achieve with the Power Query. And
Okay.
so this is something I'm trying to learn because on a day to day, like we make dashboards, like Power BI dashboards, and so in the back end, this will be really helpful for me. um, what we also do in the is that we build the star schema after we
Okay.
got the different tables in the Power Query, and we are able to see the in the transform data.
Hmm.
So that's also something like I'm interested to learn, in the sense, how you will make sure that all the primary keys are joined together when
Yeah.
you do the star schema and other things. So, and what is the emphasis on, like, is there like any rules when you bring like a semantic model? Because in Power BI dashboard, I think sometimes we need to make sure we layer it correctly.
Yeah. It's a tricky one. I think that the
Mhm.
people that struggle the most is when they do relationships in the Power BI. But
Mhm.
I have a video. I did a session about that long time ago, which is
Yeah.
called Star Schemas in Power BI.
Okay.
Okay. Let me look for the video and I will send you the link.
Thank
If
you.
you, but also in my website, I always put a lot of material, but just let me go learn.
And I had also liked that you showed about the AI and automations. Did you mean AI and automation for Power Query?
AI and automation. We're not speaking about AI and these automations.
Not
Those
not
automations,
this. Yeah, yeah, not
yeah,
this one, but I know you have another session.
yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I just want to know, like, is it also related to Power BI and Power Query AI and automation, or is it just automation and AI in general?
You mean for those next sessions? The
Yeah,
next
yeah,
one
yeah.
is fix your data model.
No, no,
Okay,
no. This
probably
July one, that one,
July.
17th July. Yeah.
Yeah, the intention of this is to use AI safely. Which data you should be putting there, on which data you shouldn't put in your AI.
Okay,
For
okay.
Because, for example, there is a lot of to do. This is the video that was just mentioned to you. Okay,
Yes, yes,
this is
yes,
about the
yes.
star schema. We'll put this in the chat. Okay,
Thank you, thank you. I really
no worries.
appreciate that.
Just 1 second. I will ex explain you.
Yeah,
Ah, the chat is switched off. Now it's on. Okay, I just put the link in the chat. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, what I was saying related to AI is because within Power Query, I just add you as well to LinkedIn. Okay.
Yeah.
Within Power Query, you can a lot of the data you can put it in AI.
Mm-hmm.
And now, let me show you an example. Okay, so let's go into here, and I will share you my screen. And I hope this could be something useful for you if you are using a lot of Power BI.
Yeah.
Okay, so in here you have this table, and we create this Power Query connection. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you go to data and then you go to the Power Query,
Mm-hmm.
so queries and connections. This is the one that I have.
Okay.
Okay, uh, data source settings, change path. No, I don't want that. So 1 second. Get Power Query, TSP, CSP. Okay, this is the file that I import. This is the same thing that you do in Power BI.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then we'll go here. But
Mm-hmm.
you see all those steps. Probably you're familiar with this. That
Yes.
you
Yes.
here you can see all the code. But then when
Yes.
you go to Advanced Editor, you see
Mm-hmm.
all this M code. Are you
Yeah.
familiar with M code?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so within M code, you can tell to I would like to know what do you think is your level in Power BI from beginner
Uh,
to
I would
advanced?
say between beginner to intermediate. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I think that. And do you have access to any AI agent in your work?
Not at the moment. They are trying to integrate Power BI with Copilot. They have the
Mm,
plan. They're doing the testing for that now.
okay,
So they ask everyone to look at any use case, how you are going to use, you know, Copilot if we enable that. And so what dashboard, like, that's why I was trying to look what are the dashboard I can test if I want to automate any part of it. You know what I mean?
okay,
And
yeah,
what step I should, input some kind of checks for like manual override option, or saying that, okay, is this really picking up the right thing which I'm asking it to do? Yeah. So I'm trying to figure
okay,
out that workflow basically.
okay. I think that this is requiring a bit of more advance, but
Mm,
I will share you this. I have 8 minutes left, so let me
yeah.
show you what I'm doing with not Copilot. I use Claude, but
Okay.
you could replicate with the same with GitHub Copilot. You say GitHub Copilot or Copilot in Power BI?
Copilot in Power BI.
Okay, with Copilot in Power BI is more restricted.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
because you cannot do many things. But
Mm-hmm.
I just jump into my computer with Power BI
Sure.
because
Thanks.
there's something called PBIP. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
you hear about it.
No, no.
Okay, so I would share you my screen again.
Sure.
Okay, this is just that's the intention. When you connect the line to those webinars, you can ask me to those things. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So I will go to one of the draft dashboards that I have. Okay. So Excel BI Labs. Let's go any. Okay. Oh, you know what? I will open a new Power BI.
Okay. But this is really good that you are sharing that knowledge,
Yeah,
because
no
I
worries.
feel like not lot of people are having the option where they
Yes.
can do this kind of sharing.
No,
And
I do it. I've been doing it for many years,
wow.
and it's something that I enjoy, and
Hmm.
I don't plan to stop. So you see some events until August, but normally I roll them up every 6 months.
Okay.
So normally this keep going all the time.
Okay.
I have been doing every second Friday for the last 2 years or 3 years.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
So if you wanna something you don't have the time to come, but
Yeah.
so for now, since I started, there are more
Mm,
than 600 people who registered to any of those, and I keep sending emails with updates. So
nice.
if any of those people can keep benefiting for this, this is the way how I get paid.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
No worries. So I will connect just with this example, this testing data,
Yeah.
and I will connect to this table. Okay. Okay. And I will load this data.
Yeah. I am aware of the time, and I do not
Yeah,
want you to
no,
exceed.
no,
Also also just letting you know that. Yeah.
no, thank you. No,
Yeah.
I'm doing because I enjoy it. As I say, I work in this, my full-time job, and also I have
Oh,
my company, which is SLMBI, and I keep doing this because it's something that I enjoy. So,
nice, nice. No, definitely.
no,
I'm keen to actually, you know, do like a collab or something where we can
no
kind of,
worries.
yeah.
Anytime you feel free to reach me out, and then we can have a session and we can discuss and talk. You're based in Wellington?
Yes, yes, yes. How
Yeah,
about
we
you?
can in Auckland, but
Okay.
I connect all the time with people in Australia, Europe, Latin America. So
Beautiful. Yeah.
sitting from my space, I'm allowed. Yeah. So this is what I want to show you that you can do. Okay.
Okay.
So for
Okay.
example, this is a table, and then you
Yes.
put just different information here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I will save this as a save as a something called PBIP,
Yeah.
and I will put it into the desktop inside
Yeah.
of folder, and I will call it testing Power BI. Okay,
Yeah.
and I will create a Power BI test. Okay, I will save it, and as you can see, there's nothing in the Power BI. Okay,
Yeah. It's just a
and
file. Yeah.
yes, do you have a GitHub Copilot or Claude
Uh,
personally?
personally, yes, I have Claude.
Yeah, so this is what you can do with Claude. Okay, I will
Okay.
close the
Okay.
Power BI.
Yes.
I will save it, and then I will go to my Claude.
Yeah.
Claude.
And you're using
Uh,
Claude desktop?
yes, actually, I
Okay.
will go to Visual Code. Have you used Visual Code before?
Yeah. 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 I have used Visual Code.
Okay, so I will go here, File, Open a new folder,
Mm-hmm.
and it will open this folder that I have in the desktop,
Yeah.
testing Power BI. So in here, I have the folder, and you see that now there are multiple folders within the Power BI. All of those
Yes.
has been created automatically. And
Yes.
so here I now go to Claude, and I can
Oh,
now where the magic start.
okay.
Okay, so I have just 2 minutes. Let's see if I can put a
Okay.
nice title for this dashboard. Okay.
Okay. So you opened Visual Code and you connected Visual Code to Claude.
Yeah,
Okay.
because all this data is in JSON,
Okay. Yeah.
and you can create tables, you can create visuals, you can create connections in the semantic model. You can
Yeah.
do pretty much everything.
Awesome.
Okay. The organization has disabled subscription access to cloud, access to Anthropic IP instead to. Oh, this is new. Okay, but I just want to. Something's
Yes.
going on there. I need to check it out what's going on.
That's okay.
But
That's okay.
I just want to show you. Open with. Within this folder that I just created the Power BI,
Yeah.
all those folders has been created. Okay,
Yeah.
and within all those files,
Yeah.
there are something called JSON files. I don't know if you heard
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
JSON files before.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
I have. I have.
and this is the way how you can really create full dashboards. And
Okay.
actually, I created one recently
Yeah.
for Atom Digital. And this is Power BI. This is proof of concept. Okay, this is the one that I did, and I did nearly fully with AI. Okay.
Yeah.
And all this data is dummy data, so it's
Mm-hmm.
safe for me to share it with
Of
you.
course. Of course.
Okay.
Of course. So do you just do the data sets from, some place? I know that's public data sets available. We can use that
Yes.
for testing.
Yeah. And also you can create with Claude, it can create you
Dummy data
some
sets.
data set. So it's so
Yeah,
much easier nowadays with AI tools.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to show you how an end solution could look like.
Okay.
But don't forget that you are the driver. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Claude is just the, and now it's not loading up. Okay, should be.
Okay. It's okay.
We're on time, but I hope that you can see the picture at least.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what you can see. All of this has been created with AI.
Oh, beautiful. Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yes.
This is amazing actually. And there it can also create different tabs and also giving you the filter.
Yeah.
Wow. This
Yeah.
is really great. I didn't
Yeah.
know that this is like actually possible because they're asking for that use case, right? And now,
Yes. This is
beautiful. Yeah, I can
possible.
see. I can see
Okay.
that now.
All
Yeah.
those color has been created with AI. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
unfortunately, I don't have much time today, but other time
Yes.
we can schedule some time and I can share it with you. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so
All
much. I
right,
appreciate
Sneha.
it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no worries. Have a nice day. See you
Have
later.
a nice